Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
All right, Alana, my golf group has a bone to pick with you today.
Oh, this morning.
Got rained out.
It was. That tee time was what, around 10 a.m.? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about
9:50.
that. Ooh, so sorry, Glenn. I know. We had a soggy start. That band of storms came through and it reached into the Wasatch Front area after lightning overnight. But now that energy is focused on southern Utah. This is the Cedar City Airport view looking west, and you can see some clearing in the distance, but they've been walloped with wet weather. They're sitting in the 50s down there right now. Satellite radar kind of shows you what's been going on. And as we take that view, you're able to see what it looked like this morning. And as you look towards Salt Lake, Glenn was just talking about it, we were seeing that storm really settle in. All right, taking that closer view, we watch as we put that into action in the last couple of hours, and you see as that moisture tracks to the east and then really bubbles up and continues to impact south of Utah County into the southern portion of the state and eastern Utah. Boy, we've got wet weather out there right now. We know that that storm that came through was severe. It's moved into Grand County, so we've got wind on the Colorado, thunderstorms over towards Moab, and this is what it looked like on I-15 heading towards Paraguna. I mean, look at the rain coming down. You're not getting much of a break. These heavy storms bring that flash flooding, which is why that flash flood warning is in effect for Canaryville, so southeastern Iron County. Rain totals in the last 24, healthy numbers, over an inch up at Utah State, 3/4 of an inch at Wellsville, more than half an inch, 6/10 there in Tooele. Woodland Hills picked up half an inch, and pretty close to that in Provo. And the numbers in the south will be very similar as we collect those heading into tonight. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s. It's 90 degrees in St. George, 73 in Salt Lake, fighting to get to that 73, upper 60s in Cache Valley. The hourly forecast for the Wasatch Front keeps the slight chance of a storm, but that will turn into 60s. Sun officially sets at 9:01, but we're drying out in northern Utah, but that won't be the case for many parts of the Beehive State tomorrow. That rain potential shows that southern Utah is going to stay active. They get nocturnal storms tonight. On the eastern side of the state, we'll see storms rolling through. Futurecast gives us the timing so you know what to expect. Now, that area, it's a target area. Four Corners by 8 p.m. Watch that clock in the corner of your screen. South central Utah, areas south of I-70 will be active. Iron County doesn't get much of a break. No, it holds on overnight with spotty activity near Kanab, towards Lake Powell, Four Corners near Blanding, and in Washington County. By 5 a.m., we still have showers out there for the southern portion of the state. Look how dry northern and central Utah will be as high pressure is anxious to move in and set up shop. Doesn't get to, though, by 1 p.m., it's Richfield, Beaver, and Escalante that's dealing with heavy rain, and we'll see the potential for flash flooding holding on. These storms are going to track to the northeast as we head into tomorrow, and then as we get to Saturday, that high pressure really takes over statewide and we get drier conditions. Looks like a pattern change where we're going to see a dry setup for quite a few days. Flash flood potential backing off from probable, dropping to possible for the Mighty Five and the surrounding areas. Temperatures tonight, 50s. It's going to be another cool start to the day. 67 in St. George, 60 in Moab. That rain knocks down those temperatures. Tomorrow morning will be brisk. We'll see those highs in the 70s, above average. Not quite. No, above average, not really. 77 in Salt Lake, 84 is where we typically are this time of year. St. George, we'll get to the Salt Lake average for the high tomorrow. That'll tell you the storms will be on the move. Wasatch Front and Wasatch back, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds, but temperatures staying on the cooler side. St. George, scattered storms for tomorrow, and then winds become the big headline on Father's Day and stick around into next week. Our next system's going to be to the north of us, and that's really going to crank southwesterly winds, temperatures in the 90s. Notice how St. George cools with those winds due to the upslope, 70s to 80s to 90s. Father's Day, 91 with the winds, especially in the afternoon. Slight chance when it comes to moisture next week. So really, we're going to see wind and cooler temperatures, but the wet weather that we've seen for the last little while, this progressive pattern, slightly shifting as we head into next week. So sorry about the golf.
Sheesh, I tell you. You know, we got there and it seemed fine, and as soon as we're ready to tee off, it hits.
Did you say what we say all the time? Darn it, Alana.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
That's exactly what we were saying.